Hey, what's up guys, it's Fishy and welcome back to my glorious Battle 2, the Siege of Constantinople. This was a battle between me, Lionheart, Diplex Heated, Pixelated Apollo and Warrior Sparta, which we went ahead and did the other day, and it gave us an awesome siege battle. So I hope you guys are ready. As you can see as well, I am currently playing with my new computer as well, so the graphics are a lot better. The recording might be a little bit buggy and jumpy now and again. This is because this is the first time I've actually recorded on my new computer, so I still need to mess around with a whole bunch of different settings and stuff. So yeah, the recording quality might not be the best, but I've played it without recording on ultra and I get like 45 frames per second, which is pretty good with Attila. So yeah, hopefully look forward to this. I will also be continuing on my long bars campaign very soon, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. So, the Siege of Constantinople. Before we start as well, I just want to say that the enemy team, so the teams are me and Lionheart defending, Pixelated Apollo and Diplex Heated and Warrior Sparta attacking, and the enemy team, yeah, the attackers, had over 8,000 men. Just let that sink in, just the attackers had 8,000 men. That's crazy. We had 5 and a bit, I think. But that's still a difference like of 3,000 men we have to kind of, you know, the walls have to make up for that, which is going to be absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and click it to start playing at maybe like half speed. But I don't know, actually, because we kind of take a bit of time to deploy and stuff. So we'll go ahead and just run through the army. So as I said before, me and Lionheart are defending, and we are playing as the Empire of Nicaea, or Nicaea. And they have some really nice infantry. Like these swordsmen right here, which is a bit like muddly to see because there's so many people running around. But these swordsmen with the golden armor are really strong. Well, I think we're only allowed to have 3 max of them, and I think I actually got one of them for a general's unit, which is pretty cool. I'm not really sure where he is, but he is around somewhere. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of them. I think me and Lionheart both took 3 of them ourselves because we can only have 3 of them in total. You can see my men actually moving up these guys right here. And let's go ahead and go cinematic as well. Don't need any of this overlay to see the beauty of these units. See, we've gone ahead and got these guys. We also both each have 2 units of pikemen because we kind of set a limit that we're only allowed to have 2 units, which I think is fair enough. So we're just going to use these guys to kind of hold off at the choke point. We then brought, I think, 4 units of spears each. I think the only difference in our army actually is he bought crossbows and I bought archers, just because I favour the archers a bit more. Yeah, more spearmen. Some archers back here. I mean, I'm not going to go through the entire armies. We're just going to kind of have a little glimpse over all of them, just so you guys get a rough idea. I also brought these catapults as well, thinking I could maybe try and get a few hits off, and this is my general unit right here. Cavalry-wise as well, we still have some really nice looking cavalry. These are the cataphracts. Got all the Eastern cavalry, looks awesome. Where are the other horsemen? They're around here somewhere, I swear. I can't even see it right now. I'm sure they'll pop up in a second though. Oh, here they are. Down here. These are the Emperor's Bodyguard. Even though I don't even have the Emperor's Bodyguard as a unit, this is them. Just a separate cavalry unit, and they look really nice. Really nice. So as you can tell already, I'm probably going to be trying to get more cinematic shots this than kind of show you guys everything that's going on. Just so you guys get kind of a nice rough idea. I think this is my general unit right here, and there is my king of the Byzantine Empire, or ex-Byzantine Empire. Then we have some Vanguard Guard over here. These guys absolutely go in this episode, or this battle. I think me and Lionheart both have a unit of these bad boys, and they just slaughter everything, much like they did in real life. Some more archers over here. So yeah, I think the siege towers are going to be moving forward very soon, so I might actually pause it in a second as our men are just forming up. And on this side, more if we look at this, like, we'll go ahead and talk about this quickly, is we kind of put a slice down the middle of the map, and I'm going to kind of take these 2 entrances, and Lionheart's going to kind of focus on defending this right side. You know, he has these 2 pikemen doing a very good job at kind of holding off the 2 entrances, and he doesn't really have to worry too much because he's only got really Warrior Sparta to deal with. Pixelated Apollo and Diplex Heated are going to be kind of attacking me, so he can kind of save his troops, keep them in reserve, kind of throw some troops over if I need help. You know, use his cavalry to harass over here. But, you know, he can kind of focus his force just on fighting one person. I need to kind of hold off the brunt of it over here. So that's going to go ahead and be the defending armies over here. You kind of pretty much saw everything we have, kind of spreading out our units, getting our men up on the walls. You know, one of the reasons the men aren't up on the walls on this side is because Pixelated Apollo bought 3 catapults. So there was just no point on bringing anything to stop that whatsoever. Are the catapults shooting yet? No, they're still just moving a little bit now. So, Warrior Sparta's army, again, as I said, they had 8,000 men, which is absolutely crazy. And Warrior Sparta also brought these Naphatoons as well, which throw explosives, so they're going to be really interesting to see a little bit later on. So again, he just brought, you know, they're playing as the Ayuzbid Sultanid, I believe. And they just brought a whole bunch of infantry, just load of sword infantry, a load of double-handed axemen, which I think are mainly up in the siege towers. Obviously giving them plenty of protection to go ahead and get up onto the walls.
No gods, no glory!
For sure. Oh, they're chanting. Maybe the first catapults are shooting yet? No, just don't make sure I don't want to miss it. Then he obviously brought 2 units of catapults. So catapult-wise, they have so many. Because Pixelated Apollo bought 3, I think, and Warrior Sparta bought 2 himself. Which is good and bad, because imagine, oh there you go, they're already shooting. So let's go and pause it just for now, because I want to kind of get through the rest of the armies. Imagine if they had an extra 2 units of infantry instead of these catapults. You know, they would have had about another 6 units of infantry. That's another 700 men-ish. Added to the already 8,000 men. So it's kind of a bit of a trade-off to getting these catapults, but you know, they definitely help out. And again, Pixelated Apollo went for a more missile-heavy army. He has a load of archers. I think he has like 4 or 5 units of archers and crossbowmen. So Apollo kind of lacked a little bit less infantry just to kind of get these more archers, to kind of get these dudes up on the wall. That's something Apollo loves to do, is getting his archers up on the wall. And shooting down on the actual defenders, you know, turning the tides, which is pretty cool. Some more cavalry back here, heavy cavalry to hopefully rush in, because shock cavalry is always good, more infantry. God, the graphics just look amazing now, compared to what we were playing with a while ago. And then Diplex's army is pretty simple, it's just a shed load of infantry. It really is just elite swordsmen the entire way through. I think he got 1 unit of horses and that's about it. And he just got swordsmen and axemen to really cause us some issues. And obviously some catapults. But he didn't bring any missiles whatsoever. You know, these men over here as well. Ready to go ahead and siege. So cool, let's go ahead and get this battle started. We obviously slow-mo it at some point as well. During the battle, so we don't miss too much. But straight away, Apollo's already trying to smash down this part of the wall. Which is good and bad for me. You know, it's good that he's wasting his ammunition on the outer walls and not my units. Some more catapults coming in now. Are we going to get any hits? Oh, a few hits. That part of wall just absolutely saved my infantry so badly. Right there, you can see where it hit. If that would have gone through my men, they would not have been a good situation. More catapults. If he's going to be any luckier. Oh, that's so close. They're just rattling off. And just destroying these buildings below.
The walls are destroyed. The defenses are no more.
So, oh yeah, as you can see, if the advisor talks like he's an attacker, this is because this is Warrior Sparta's replay, because mine wasn't working. So they've already went ahead and destroyed part of this wall, and now they're going to go ahead and start trying to destroy these towers. Again over here, they're doing the same, just trying to destroy parts of the wall. It's pretty similar down the entire battle line. Oh, still, they're not finding the mark, but I imagine if they do find the mark, they're just going to rattle through the entire line.
Should we aid them?
So the archers are volleying now. They've suddenly got in range. Oh sure, I think I lied earlier. This is Diplex's 1 unit of archers I think he brought. Which are actually going to be doing half decent in this battle, because even though they're shooting up onto the wall, because they have catapult support, oh that's brutal. And they're so heavily armoured, they're not actually going to be doing too badly. Obviously they're going to be losing a lot more men than me. It's not going to be the end of the world. Oh, over here they lost a whole bunch. But as I said, because they're so heavily armoured, they can kind of get away with this, just keep on volleying out. And just keep on hitting my men. Because you can see, I am starting to drop a few casualties. Oh, the catapults are coming so close. As soon as they hit, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Let's quickly go to slow-mo, just so we can go ahead and properly watch all these siege towers go down. You got the ram coming up to the gate. Still losing a few men from the towers, which are nice. You know, these towers are definitely helping out a little bit. Maybe it would have been better to kind of get my archers, which I think are over here. Oh no, these are swordsmen. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and bring swordsmen up. Maybe it would have been a better idea to get my archers to kind of focus down these axemen, just because obviously their head there's no shields or anything. God, that guy looks so epic. Just chilling with his sword and his heavy armor. Absolutely amazing. You can see all the catapults coming in now as well. I'm deciding to bring some more spearmen up onto the walls to kind of hold back all the siege towers because there's so many of them. Parts of the wall are crumbling and crashing my men. I think I actually did lose a few men to the tower collapsing here. You can actually see them over there. Pikemen at the gate. They're starting to break through over here as well. They've got parts of the wall down as well. But Warrior Sparta's kind of holding off on his siege towers. He doesn't want to commit too quickly. Same really with Pixelated Apollo. He's only just started moving up his towers. Whereas if we go ahead and look at... Oh no, okay, that's nowhere near. If we look at Diplex, he's kind of already moved up his towers pretty much fully into combat. He's raring to go. But then even again, that's his build. His build is just purely infantry. So he wants to go ahead and engage as soon as he can. Oh, that guy is... Oh, those arrows are just flying in. I'm pretty sure these catapults swoop through my men in a second, which I definitely want to make sure I get. Arrows coming out over the wall, just raining down on these axemen, which is something we definitely need to be happening because we need to kill these dudes as soon as possible. Siege towers about to get to the wall. Oh, I think we missed it. That's what I was holding off for. Is the catapults actually hitting my infantry? Because it is absolutely devastating. The siege towers are now at the wall. They're going to be piling off as fast as they can to try and get off these walls. But this does also create a pretty good situation for me as well, because it allows me to start volleying from the ground up onto the walls. So it's not the end of the world, even though these guys have kind of got onto the walls and I've only got really one unit to defend against, you know, these two-handed axemen, which are really going to be doing work against my men. It's not that bad, because my archers can definitely rack up a lot of fire. They still have to get through these pikemen, honestly, if they want to kind of do stuff. Oh, the gate just smashed open. That is epic. We did actually destroy the ram as well. So this is going to kind of create a better choke point as well. I mean, archers can get some better shots as well. More infantry pouring in. Two-handed axemen are trying to take this wall, and this is pretty much the same along all my walls. All my walls are kind of being overrun right now. And this is just on the right side. Like, there's still a whole bunch more of this is all Diplex as well, by the way. Pixelated Apollo and Warrior are kind of just chilling at the moment. They're jumping off to fight my spearmen now. And you know, I've only got one unit up here against 3 siege towers, so Diplex is on a really good job at like kind of stretching out my defenders up on the wall. You can see my archers though are volleying, which are kind of nice. Am I playing on half? No, I'm not. I'm playing normal speed, which is good. So my archers are all volleying up there. Oh, you saw a floating cart as well. Shout out to all the carts from Third Age Straight to War, and his crossbowmen are just racking up fire up onto my infantry now. Apollo's decided it's time to push up. He doesn't want to let Diplex kind of take the brunt of the attack. So he's moving up everything he can. Got the siege towers are just endless, look at them. And Warrior's kind of doing the same as well. So he's doing that by bringing up all his archers and the rest of his infantry. Siege towers trying to get up onto the wall, but for whatever reason he actually struggles to get up on this wall. I think the reason he couldn't actually get up on this wall was because he destroyed the towers, which meant I couldn't get up onto this wall to kind of defend them. So what Attila does, it just means it just kind of cancels out these walls. It's like, no, if a defender can't get up there, neither can the attacker, which is kind of silly because, you know, you could make the strategic move to kind of destroy certain things to prevent someone from even getting up on the walls. But I understand why Attila does it. I mean, we do it in Third Age to kind of stop this kind of OP-ness, because obviously if he got his archers up here and I couldn't stop him and he could just constantly shoot me, it wouldn't be very fair whatsoever. So yeah, I kind of like that they do it in Attila, but I wouldn't mind if they didn't do it. So now you can see Warrior Sparta bringing up his infantry, his axemen.
Their city is ablaze.
The unlucky ones which didn't get to go actually right in the tower, so they're going to be receiving some missile fire. But then again, they're going to be like the last ones off, so hopefully everyone else has already done the work for them.
Good news.
So more of our towers are being destroyed. I think Warrior is actually doing a really good job at killing them, for sure. But Lionheart definitely does have some men to send. If I get overextended, you can go ahead and support me with all this infantry. Yeah, you can see the men actually aren't coming off the siege towers, and I'm pretty sure that's because he destroyed, he actually went ahead and destroyed these towers, so which kind of make these entrances nullified. So I can't actually get up here. So I'm throwing more and more men up onto this wall, because I don't want it to be overrun by Diplex. Diplex has like 6 or 7 units of infantry up here. just really just going ham. I've got 1 unit of spearmen, so my spearmen are not going to hold. You can already see they're being pushed back through the stairs. They're getting hacked away by these two-handed axemen, which are going to be working and doing a really efficient job. And swordsmen over here, they've kind of split my spearmen in half. And they're not really doing too well at kind of defending that. But luckily my archers are kind of finding some nice hits. I think my archers are up here and they're shooting actually up onto this wall. They're not right now, but they are most of the time. And you can see Pixelated Apollo is doing some really nice damage against my pikemen, just shooting them with all his archers. You know, this is why he brought his archers. And I am returning fire, but I'm not going to be doing as well. Like, as soon as he kills a pikeman, he really does have a massive advantage. Sword's still going up. You can see it's a little bit jumpy, and that is in my computer. That's some recording setting I need to kind of mess around with. So please just bear with it for now. I'm sure it'll be fine next time we record.
Keep him alive.
So the axemen are fighting as best they can. They've actually got a really nice, easy target because they're just killing archers. So they can kind of do this all day. Over here as well, he's made a really nice indent into my lines with his axemen. He's kind of got them all off the siege towers. More of them are still pouring off though, coming into my flank with my swordsmen. And he's going to be winning this wall very soon. You can see he's already kind of won this part of the wall. His infantry are just running across. I've got a few units of infantry here, but not like anything close. So yeah, he's definitely winning here. I'm thinking crap. I actually need to get some more men up here. So I'm going to try and throw some more spearmen up there if I can. Just to kind of help me out here. Because as soon as he kind of clears out the rest of this resistance, he can really start causing me some issues. But unfortunately, like, I thought this was a bit silly. He can't actually move his men along the wall. So this is the only way he can come down, which is good for me because it means I can kind of control these choke points. There's only 2 ways up, and you can see my archers are volleying over, trying to rack up some kills. So yeah, Diplix can only come down these 2 entrances, which my pikemen are pretty much guarding, which is silly. Like, he should be able to run across the wall. I think it's the same for each portion as well, which is pretty silly, if you ask me. You should be able to move the whole way along. So I think my Vandrian Guard actually come over here, and I'm like, crap, I was going to go ahead and put them up on the wall, but then Pixelated Apollo made a quick beeline for this part of the wall, this heavy cavalry, and I could not afford to let that through whatsoever, because if he gets through here, we're already engaged at the gate, the oil's coming down. You know, he's starting to push through here. If I give up, let his heavy cavalry come in, then it's just going to be not good for me whatsoever. Let's go ahead and slow-mo it as well for a little bit, because again, for whatever reason, like when we slow-mo it, there's like no lagginess at all, but when we click play, it kind of messes it up. But yeah, as I said, I just need to mess around with my settings, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, catapult hit there. Oh my god, he just got destroyed. He did not stand a chance. Look at him just burning alive. Oh, another one as well. Burning oil coming down. And my Vandrian Guard are going to get involved now. This is where they start earning their name and just start slaughtering people. Yeah, these 2-handed axemen, they're heavily armoured. They don't have great armour piercing, but luckily neither do these swordsmen. So, you know, they're going to be kind of doing a really good job, and you've kind of got this cool looking sword dude there as well. Obviously the battle between Lionheart and Warrior Sparta is very much underway. You've got these Nathatoons coming up, which I think you need to get the hell out of here. It'd be awesome to actually see them unfold as well. You've got these axemen coming off the walls, really just racking up some pain. Lionheart's just going to push him back. And he still has a whole bunch of pikemen as well he can use to kind of plug up these gaps as well, which is really nice. You know, he may have actually lost, you know, the walls, but that's not going to be that bad. Unless Warrior Sparta gets his archers up on these walls, but he doesn't really have a lot of them. He should be okay, really. A few of these men are running. Kind of didn't want to go out too far, because these Nathatoons, if they get turning and throwing their bombs, they're going to rack up some real big kills. And they definitely do as well later on. There's one Nathatoon's just like, come at me, bro. Anne's about to get absolutely charged and slaughtered. Look at him. He's not going to stand a chance. Yeah, he did not stand a chance whatsoever. And some men actually sallying out the castle, which is pretty funny. So the archer fire is tremendous. Look at that. We're almost blocking out the sun. Coming over. I think he's trying to take down my... Oh, my cavalry's actually up here. My general's bodyguard's coming up to go ahead and try and combat these, because I don't want to lose the gate. And my Vandrian Guard are doing a very good job at kind of holding this and cutting them off. Because if you look at it, we've almost just like surrounded this one unit over here. You know, our Vanguard Guard are coming up behind them and trying to cut off these Judy swordsmen. Over here as well in the breach, it's just heavy cavalry and heavy cavalry. And because heavy cavalry have so many hit points, this battle's just going to go on for a pretty long time. You know, they're just going to be hitting away at each other, trying to do some blunt damage, but it's not really going to be working. So Diplex is finally he's got a few men up here, but he's pretty much finally beating back my men up on this wall. And this frees up a whole like massive amount of Diplex's army. He can then bring actually down the stairs and kind of use to actually outflank all of this. So him winning up here is massive. He kind of frees up like 6 or 7 units of infantry just to cause hassle. And you've got to remember, they have 3,000 more men than us, so they're already spreading us extremely thin, you know. Taking these walls and pushing us back off the walls is really good for them, because when they can start using their numbers to outflank and actually go ahead and envelop our army, you know, using their numbers for what they're supposed to do, these walls are supposed to make up for that, for not having that many men. Oh, look at the death and devastation there. So many dead people, and again Diplex has got his men up here, but he's very complacent about bringing them down, because he doesn't want to bring them down, because I've got pikemen all along here and they're just not going to stand a chance. You can see some of his men are actually routing through my gate and they're suffering the wrath of my pikes. And I've still got a decent amount of men in reserve. I'm actually having to bring men back to the main fight over here in the central gate, just because I can't physically hold back all of this. I managed to actually go, actually, as I say that, I actually managed to hold back the initial attack. But again, if we actually just press K and we actually look at it, he still has so many infantry, you know, he has an entire infantry unit back here, there's another 4 over here, and then you've also got like the 7 units up here. Like, let's just count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units? Yeah, 4 units of like 150 dudes, and he's bringing up 2 more units as well. Of swordsmen just to get up here, so it's going to be 6 units around here, kind of just causing us so much issues. And when they can kind of free up this, because what infantry can I really send here? Lionheart has some infantry back here, which he's actually bringing up, which I guess he can kind of bring to bear. But you know, apart from that, the Vanguard Guard are going to actually have to come over here and deal with this, because if they don't, they're going to start being overrun, and we don't want to get outflanked in this situation. We want our heavy cavalry just to keep on fighting away as best as they physically can. The archer volleys. The death at the gatehouse has been brutal. Look at this burning from the catapult. So my catapult have actually racked up a few good kills. And the archers are definitely being useful. But as I said, like, we're being spread right now. These breaches and these catapults are really actually causing us some issues. You know, it's very hard for us to kind of defend every single area. Lionheart's under heavy pressure right now, trying to put his pikes in there against the Laxman. But this is the role Warrior Sparta is playing. He's kind of just being a little bit of an annoyance, keeping Lionheart's men over here whilst I get 2v1. So that's kind of his main goal right now. And the archer fire is heavy still. You know, we still have some infantry left to kind of send to these places. I'm sending the Vanguard Guard over here. I hope we go ahead and rack up some kills. They're currently marching. Catapults coming in now as well. Oh, that was a massive hit. That was a huge hit right in the centre, throwing horses off the horses. So Pixelated Apollo tried another charge through, and I went ahead and tried to counter-charge that. But you can see he's just pouring men through the gate. You know, because he brought so many missiles, he could go ahead and force my own pikemen back, meaning he could then just pour men through the gate. You know, the fact that he actually went ahead and brought them archers won him the gate. Which gave him a really nice... Oh, that guy's head just got chopped off, which just gave him a really nice access to kind of push through here. And, oh my god, that guy's face. Yeah, it gave him some really nice, you know, movement in the city. Because he can just funnel troops right through there as much as he wants, and it's going to be going fine. So over here, I actually did have to pull back my pikemen because I couldn't defend all 3 entrances. Eventually we would get enveloped, so I decided to pull back my pikemen over here. They're going to get their pikes out again in a second, and just use them to kind of defend, just defend this little path over here. just to stop us getting outflanked. And I also have some archers over here, and we also go ahead and have Lionheart's Vanguard Guard over here to kind of back us up as well if we need to. So we kind of give up a little bit of territory, just let them in a bit more, but really they still have nowhere to go. And the fight over here is really where it's at. You know, this gatehouse is the most important thing. The Vanguard Guard, how many kills are they on right now? My Heir's Bodyguard are up to 95. Where's my Vanguard Guard? Is it over here? Some more Emperor's Bodyguard getting involved. So you can see we actually do still have a whole bunch of men. So yeah, so far the Vanguard Guard have lost 6 men and they've killed 132 already. That's crazy, they're so good, they really are. But if they were coming up against like men-at-arms, I don't think they'd do as good. Men-at-arms I think would actually win. So again, they're just pouring more and more men through this breach. This is the Kingdom of Heaven right now. I might actually take a screenshot of this to go ahead and use this as the actual thumbnail, because that looks really epic. Might take another one, so yeah. We'll go ahead and do that, and then maybe just like another one a little bit closer. Cool. That's enough to select from, I'm sure. So getting a really nice flanking charge off against these guys. But, you know, Apollo went ahead and made another breach. This is something I think we learned from Milk and Cookies, from Indie Pride. To kind of start off the battle, but don't make all your breaches straight away. Because you can go ahead and then use the rest of your ammo to kind of decide where else you want to make a breach. You know, and that will help spread their forces. Because this breach wasn't there originally. So I kind of committed all my troops over here to the rest of the fighting. And then if you just suddenly spring, you know, another breach on us, what else do we have to send? We've already committed the rest of our troops, holding back your vast numbers. So creating another breach like this is really nice, because it definitely stretches out the defenders. You know, you're getting attacked from somewhere you didn't oh my god, that guy went flying. Because you're getting attacked from somewhere you weren't expecting it. But obviously he's only throwing archers forward, so you know, my Heir's Bodyguard should be more than strong enough to kind of defeat that. But he is raining down missile fire, like the archer fire from Pixie is just crazy. But I am throwing in some archer fire of myself, as my one unit of spearmen are still, I think, holding off, or they just routed. Which is fine though, because my archers have done a really good job. You know, this archer unit's on 64, this one's on 89, that one's on 128, and my last one, which is still nowhere to be seen, I don't even know what that is actually. So the battle's actually starting to go in our favour a little bit more. You know, they're starting to run out of men. You know, they still have a lot of heavy cavalry and archers left. But infantry-wise, they're starting to fall a little bit. But so are we. You know, we kind of won over here at the gatehouse, but we're definitely losing men elsewhere. You know, we're starting to be drawn very thin. And you've got this little awesome showdown as well between these spearmen. Because Diplex didn't bring any archers, I can kind of stand off and just use this unit. Like, maybe I could have attacked. I didn't want to go ahead and just break anything, because if they get any men through this little section, then they're going to be able to outflank our entire force. So this pikeman unit is holding back an entire army right now. And we also have some Vanguard Guard and some infantry from Lionheart just holding back a little bit more to kind of hold this choke point. You know, if he can go ahead and get his men back further enough, he can create a nice little like outflanking section to kind of envelop the troops. So now that Diplex has won up here, he's going to be throwing all his men down. And this is 6 units which weren't already in the fight. Like, we were already being super pressed.
This is a shameful display.
So now Diplex has like another like 6 or 7 units he can just bring to the fight. Just infantry which weren't already engaged. The Vanguard Guard are doing what they're meant to do though. They're defending the city and they're holding back the attackers. Axe on axe right now. You're not seeing through the gatehouse? Oh, that's so weird. Why can't we... I guess the camera's just not designed for it. That's still so silly. You were burning oil, just killing... I don't know, burning oil killed a whole bunch of people. The archers. Combat's still raging on over here. This has been such a big, like, drawn-out battle for Attila. Like, we've still got like a good 20 minutes left, and for Attila, like, this battle is just raging on, which is something you don't get to see. Like, this is a medieval 2-style battle.
Stand and fight, damn you!
So Lionheart's doing an extremely good job at pushing back the rest of the men, and like really Warriors Part just needs to get these Naphatoons into the battle. But yeah, so Lionheart did a really nice job of doing this. At the moment, I didn't tell you yet, at the moment, you know, we've managed to kill a lot of them. Yeah, I was going to say, they got 7,750 and we have 5,500. So it's a little bit less than what I was saying, the difference, but it's still a huge difference. And we've managed to kind of get that down to like, they only really have 1,200 more men than us. Which Attila might not really change that much. And Lionheart's done a really good job of getting his crossbow men up there. So Warrior Sparta kind of sees this, he's like, crap, I'm not going to be breaking through this whatsoever. And there's a really tactical, smart move which really impacts the battle. And decides to bring all his infantry over here and attack the already surrounded units of Jackiefishhh. Yeah, these spearmen are surrounded by like 6 units of axemen. Just absolutely wrecking face. You know, Diplex already has these humongous amounts of men already attacking me, you know, they're already starting to break through. So if Warrior Sparta brings his men in here as well, we're just going to get overwhelmed before before Lionheart can even bring some men over. Because even Lionheart doesn't really have that much left, he only has a couple units of infantry, like fully strength. So just for sheer numbers, you know, the 8,000 men of the attackers are just really racking up some kills. Yeah, these archers are getting some really good shots off. The Nafatoons are going in. Oh, this is going to be so brutal. Are they going to explode? No. Oh, and this was such a good throw by Warrior Sparta. He really starts racking up some Nafatoon kills before I can even react. Because I'm having to look everywhere, you know, this was just bad micro by me, and I'm like, crap. The only way to stop this is just to charge out and try and catch them. But then I realised we won't be able to do that, so we have to fall back. But the Nafatoons do some really nice damage. Vanjie and Guard are up to 200 kills and they've only lost like 60 men. Well, not even that, like 30 men. Again, Vanjie and Guard are like a very much a support unit. Like, even though they can hold their own, if you really want them to excel, you want to get a nice flank on them. You want them to not be taking the brunt of the attack. And you can see Diplex is bringing all his men off the hill now. You know, they're just pouring in, which is going to cause us so many issues because, you know, my pikemen are here, they're stationary, but they're only strong until they're facing on the front. You know, they lose that strength when they start getting outflanked, which is just not good for us. The city is going to start being overwhelmed very, very soon. So I made to make a tactical decision to go ahead and form a square because the pikemen will just get slaughtered. This is actually pretty funny what Diplex does. So I formed this square, and what I could have done is I quickly could have formed line again because these units of infantry decide not to go ahead and attack me because there's no point now in the square. So what Diplex does, he does a really smart idea and he just runs his men down the side of this square and pretty much just abandons it. Which is fine with me because if I was in pike, they would just be surrounded anyway. And this is just so hilarious. He's just like, "You alright guys? You alright? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, we're just chilling, don't worry about us. We're just marching through." Like, it's so funny, my man is just like, screw you guys. Bringing up some more catapults as well. But yeah, the courtyard is pretty much lost. You can see Warrior Sparta bringing his men over. I think really want them this courtyard right now because it gave them the ability just now to funnel all their men in. All their archers are now in a good firing position, and we're forced just to have to run back as fast as we can just to try and get back as much men as we can. Our men are exhausted. They've already managed to kill, how many have we killed so far? We've killed almost like 3,000, 4,000 men, you know, and we've only lost 2,000 ourselves. 3,000 ourselves. So, you know, it's pretty close, almost 3,000, it's like 2,800 men we've lost. So I'm doing a good job, but we're just not killing enough right now. We're having to fall back with everything we have. You can see the men just trying to get the hell out of there. You know, we're having to fall back to the city to really fight. See, the infantry has been pouring in, trying to outflank our little hold here because we still have some strength here, you know. We still have like the holding over here. We have this little square which we're going to be trying to defend. I think Lionheart has his Vanjie Guard over here as well. Yeah, he does. So they're going to be doing a sick job at holding down this, you know, fresh Vanjie Guard. I don't think Lionheart's actually used them before in this battle, so his Vanjie Guard are actually completely fresh. They haven't swung their axe once until this battle. So they're going to be able to hold down the street for a long time. My square is still holding. What I should have done, looking at it now, is I should have just formed up pike and just tried to start attacking now, because they're going to get slaughtered, especially by this cavalry as well. Because they didn't have their pikes out, they're going to get sent flying. Oh no, actually I think their entry mass is actually half decent against cavalry, even though they only have swords now, which is a bit weird. So yeah, the infantry is just pouring in now. Their numbers are just overwhelming us. Luckily we did actually get some cavalry up behind onto these swordsmen, which is nice. You know, spearmen in their front. You know, we've got my Vanguard Guard. Yeah, this is my Vanguard Guard, trying to hold off the entire advance. How many infantry units are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 units of infantry and 2 more are coming. So 11 units of infantry is one Vanguard Guard infantry unit is holding off. You know, they're going to be holding, but eventually they're going to get overwhelmed. There's not really much they can do about it. Eventually it's just going to be too much for them. But, you know, they still offer us a glimmer of hope. The pikemen are just getting shot to pieces, which is understandable. Obviously that's what they're going to be focusing, especially with their crossbowmen as well. You know, Lionheart fell back to kind of create this last defense with his crossbowmen, a few of my archers as well, which are volleying. Oh, they're receiving missile fire though. We're just trying to whittle them down a little bit. And we still have the whole of Lionheart's cavalry force left. You know, we have his general and his heir's bodyguard. So the Emperor's bodyguard was the other unit, yes. But still, look at this mass. Look how many men they have. It's just so many. And the Vanguard Guard are trying their best to hold off. Lionheart sends some more infantry to kind of fill up here and try and help us out. And this infantry is really good. They're the ones with golden armor. I think you can only have 3 max of these guys in your army. I guess because they're really good. You can actually only have 1 Vanguard Guard as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So he went ahead and threw in this guys, and he also went ahead and supported with some more of his Vanguard Guard. Because Diplex decided to kind of start falling back over here. Mainly because he wasn't getting through here whatsoever. And Lionheart goes ahead and uses his spearmen to kind of hold off this. But you know, it's very hard to do because Warrior Sparta is bringing up these Nafatoons. And if we don't do something, they're going to rack up some kills. The archers are focusing them down, I think. Yeah, I think I actually do kill a few of them in that volley. But still, it's not enough of them. I don't have enough ammunition, and he's throwing in bomb after bomb over here. You know, they're going to be disrupting our lines. And at the moment, oh my god, look at that. That is just brutal. Some of them are getting up, but a lot of them are not. And if we, you know, we don't have a lot of men left. If we look at it, you know, we only have, oh, we actually still have a lot of men left. Jesus, we have 2,000 men left at this point. But I think they're very depleted in their units. So it's not like we have like a full strength army, you know, our men are exhausted. But we managed to close the gap for sure, you know, we're down, they've only got like 1,000 more men than us now. Maybe a little bit more than that. Which is weird because I swear they have so many like over here. Look at this battle. This is just mad. We might even get another screenshot over here. For the thumbnail to decide, because there's so many good ones. We'll go ahead and get another one over there. That dude getting sliced up. Oh, his head just got smacked in with that axe. Yeah, because look how many men they have. And we honestly don't really have that much left. I guess this is our main army, part of our army, but I wouldn't say this was 2,000 men. Like, I guess our archers count for a lot of that. You know, we have 2 units there, unit there, 2 units of crossbowmen, 2 units of archers over there. So yeah, a lot of our men are archers. I guess so are theirs, but they still have this big bulk of infantry, which we just don't have at the moment. Decided to throw in some more cavalry. I think this is a unit of Lionheart's cavalry. Decided to come in here and help out the fight. The Nafatoons are still in there. Got these dudes running into battle. Charge in, marksman. That looks so cool. Dude at the back. Let's go ahead and fill the ranks up. And this is what it comes down to, whether we can break them or the Nafatoons are coming in as well. Oh my god, look at the explosions. The Nafatoons are just racking up some kills. That's brutal. They are brutal. We also have the little battle over here. So yeah, this is definitely fought into street battles now, which is awesome. I love these sieges. You know, we had a massive like 20-minute rule at the walls, and you know, we kind of ended up losing them. They started winning in certain places, so we fell back a little bit, and they poured into the city, and now we're fighting for our lives in the actual streets. That's awesome. That really is. And the Vanguard Guard just smacking away, trying their best to rack up some kills. Slicing just over the top of their heads. And look at the rest of them. It's just an endless stream of these swordsmen. It really is. They use Centric's ultimate. It just has, oh, look at them all. There's so many.
Is fallen.
And there goes Lionheart's general. He did actually try there, which I actually missed. He tried to bring his cavalry out over here to go ahead and try and do something, because we were losing the battle at this point. Our numbers are dropping massively. They've lost like 200 men and we've lost like 400 or 500. So he tried to bring out his cavalry to try and stop this, to try and kill some of these guys, because we couldn't sit back because we are losing over on this side. So Lionheart decides to push out with everything he got, because if he can kill these archers, that's going to whittle down their numbers massively, and we just need to outflank this. Because we have infantry and cavalry over here. Actually, no, we don't have infantry over here anymore. We're actually down just having archers over here. And heavy cavalry, obviously. So the heavy cavalry is going to be really good. It's going to hold for a while and kind of do a lot of damage. But eventually, it's going to be whittled down. When it starts getting whittled down, it just won't have the numbers. And especially because Warrior Sparta, I think Pixelated Apollo and Diplox are just pushing all their cavalry into this gap. Because this is the breaking point right now. If we go in and look at it, we've got archers and cavalry there, we've got infantry here and infantry over here. This is actually a really nice charge by whoever's doing this. Trying to get a nice outflank here. Because he actually managed to get another unit over here. Yeah, this is really nice to have done this. They kind of created a channel like to envelop the rest of these men. For sure, these axemen are going to be having a whale of a time. We've got reinforcements coming behind. You see our numbers are definitely dropping now. A lot faster than they are. It's pouring in, getting a really nice charge on these swordsmen. And these aren't even the elite swordsmen as well, so they're going to be struggling. We did manage to actually kill one of the generals though, which is nice. Killing one of them is going to help us out morale-wise. I think it was Diplex's general. Oh my god, just look at that. That is just mad. I think a good 1,000 men are just chilling here right now, fighting against the Vanguard Guard. Because it's got my Vanguard Guard and it's got Lionheart's Vanguard Guard, I think. And we've got some more infantry coming behind to protect us. Yeah, we've got his general. This is Lionheart's general. Over here. Oh, no, that's my general, because my general was on foot and his was on cavalry. So this is pretty much it now. There's just like street fighting, so we're just going to watch it in the streets. And he's actually starting to rout a whole bunch of his men now. I think 2 or 3 units after killing their general, you know, actually starting to cause a bit of a rout. And I went ahead and put my war cry ability to actually destroy the morale of all of these guys. But this is taking a toll on my Vanguard Guard. You know, we've killed 275 now, but you know, they definitely whittled us down just because of the numbers. You know, it is a numbers game at the end of the day. If you have 4,000 more, you know, it's going to be much harder to stop that. So they're kind of seizing their opportunity now. They're breaking through on this point. So they're just sending a whole bunch of their men to outflank. Because we physically can't defend all 3 of these entrances with the amount of infantry we have left. You know, we're managing to win over here, which is nice. Oh, the infantry are coming in again. Oh, it's so brutal. They are just so OP. Look at that. They're just so good at attacking a static defense. You know, we are actually winning over here, which is nice. You know, we're making a decent bit of ground. But look how much cavalry they have left. They still have so many horses. And obviously the Nafajunes as well. But you know, this gives us a little bit of hope. If we can maybe create a mass rout, maybe. But it's the heavy cavalry, which is so brutal. We've got crossbowmen shooting volley after volley, just trying their best to rack up any kills they can. And they are doing a good job. There's a lot of deaths there. You know, another volley coming in. Yeah, they're doing a good job, mainly because I guess they're facing behind us. Again, it's the Vanguard Guard holding. It's mine and Lionheart's fighting in sync. We're fighting against a lot less now. But it's not looking good for us right now. Not looking good for us at all. We're starting to get overwhelmed. We're starting to have to fall back and kind of create these other borders. I'm forming Flying Wedge here because they have a whole bunch of forces, and Flying Wedge does better against forces. It just does pretty crappy against infantry units. I think it gives you plus 15 attack against cavalry, which is pretty big. Whereas you don't want it with infantry because you kind of just get enveloped a bit more. Lionheart's also bringing up his spearmen to kind of hold back this little pass. As you can see, they're flooding into the city to go ahead and surround us. You know, they've got more men over here. We've actually tried to bring some men out over here to kind of cause something, like maybe try and get an outflank or something. You know, because we are actually, again, we're routing them over here. I'm going to doing a very good job. Because they're Vanguard Guard, they have super high morale. Where's their morale? Like 46, which is a lot better than theirs right now. You know, so you can probably already tell that it's not going to be victory for us just because how few men we have left. We can still turn it around, you know. If we get a nice flank over here, we could possibly turn it around. But again, look how much infantry they just have over here. Just pouring into the city. And heavy cavalry. It's just not looking good for us. And more men over here. They're starting to take the victory points. But there's still a hope. There's still a hope. If our Vanguard Guard can stay healthy, because mine's not healthy. Mine's 39 of them left. As they cheer. As they cheer. But Lionheart's Vanguard Guard are actually got, you know, mine are routing, but he still has 128 of them left. So they've still got, you know, a decent job to actually hold back that infantry. Like, he can actually hold back here for quite a while. You know, and this infantry, if we can kind of route all of this without losing too much, it's not looking too bad. You know, obviously all this infantry over here, they're going to go capture for some of the more victory points to destroy our morale. You know, because they've taken all these victory points, they're actually getting wrecked by archers. Even though these are foot guard, I think. Yeah, these are foot guard, which are basically just like another infantry unit. They're so sick of foot guard. That's why this failed out. It makes so much more sense now. So that's pretty much our nail in the coffin, losing this bit of like engagement over here. Yeah, but the foot guard are so good. If we look at their stats, you know, they've got 22 melee attack, 30 melee defense, 22 melee defense, not melee damage, 35 armor. We compare it just to a normal unit, you know, that's pretty similar. They actually have better attack than mine. So my general's about to get overwhelmed by cavalry. This is looking like the end. Men are fleeing, the cavalry is slaughtering everything they can get their hands on. Getting another cycle charge out as the infantry pour in. Spearmen have formed square. Vanguard Guard have been vanquished. Oh no, they actually still survived. I think they're just falling back a little bit. What remains? Yeah, they're just falling back a little bit. But they managed to kill my general and overrun him, and now they're onto the spearmen. So this is all we have left, this little pocket. Some Vanguard Guard. Did they rout? Yeah, they did rout now. And the crossbowmen, there you go. You can see the rest of our men are just deciding to rout now. Oh no, he still has 104 men left. Well, he has plenty left, but because of the morale, because they've taken all these victory points, it goes ahead and ends the battle. So, oh my god, that was a super long battle for Attila, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because you don't get many of them now and again. And just look at the epicness, the scale of this battle was just awesome. Siege towers all along here, look at the line of siege towers going down. The death and destruction. I can't actually zoom in anymore, which is unfortunate, but we can still get just the scale of this battle by just like looking at a bird's eye view. Battling over here, more men over there, death on the walls. You can really see where the fighting took place, and look at this massive, look at the death just piling up there. The Vanguard Guard did an amazing job. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the kills and see what units really did well. So I think on the left is Warrior Sparta's army. Yeah, you see his Nafatunes killing 240 dudes. They were just amazing. And on the right, I think this is Lionheart's army, because he's got the crossbowmen. So his crossbowmen did a very good job. His cavalry did an amazing job. It was our pikemen which really let us down, I think. But even, you know, the Vanguard, his killed 360. But that's just not enough because they had so many men. Diplex almost deployed 3,000 men. You know, he didn't get a whole, but he did get a fair amount of kills on these dudes. You know, just overwhelming us. Rory Sparta, again, like, their infantry didn't, like, all their infantry units didn't have to be amazing. They just needed to get them involved and just overwhelm with the sheer numbers. Apollo, yeah, his foot guard just did so much damage. You know, the foot guard for the Sultanate are just so elite. They're pretty much just like an infantry unit with bows. They really are. Yeah, we actually did a pretty good job at nullifying his cavalry, which is impressive. And then you can go and look at my stats. My pikemen just did awful. They really let me down. Same with my spearmen. But then again, my spearmen were fighting on the walls against just 6 million men. Vanguard again did really good. My infantry didn't actually do as good as Lionheart, but again I was fighting more than him, so I was kind of like being overwhelmed a lot more. My archers did an amazing job, 300 kills on that guy, and my cavalry did okay. And the catapults kind of let me down a little bit. But yeah, there you go. That was like a 40-minute battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go ahead and check out everyone else's videos in the link down below. And make sure to like this video if you enjoyed this. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to let me know that you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And peace out.